I waited for the war to stop. I never thought in a million years that I will become myself a refugee, because no one really wants to become a refugee. I never thought that I would be leaving my home. I worked for the Canadian Embassy. My office was in Tirana, Albania. And I helped refugees do paperwork before they even came to Canada. So apply for refugee status. We're talking about government-assisted refugees. And that's what led me to later on helping new immigrants and refugees here. When we moved here, we were lots of refugees, and it was refugees from Kosovo. And I started helping here at ACS. I saw that there was a need with the languages that I speak. I got involved with helping refugees, and I do understand what's involved, what kind of paperwork they need later on. We do information sessions, workshops, basically everything that's needed to integrate into this community.
If you think about the individuals who are displaced globally as an upside-down triangle. So you've got the individuals who are displaced, a smaller group who are recognized as being convention refugees, and at the very bottom are individuals who don't meet one of the other two durable solutions, which is repatriation to their home country or voluntary return. So at the very bottom of that triangle is still a very large group, but these are individuals who don't have any other options other than permanent resettlement in a third country. Individuals who come to Canada through government-assisted refugee program have been recognized overseas as meeting the definition of a convention refugee and who are selected according to vulnerability criteria. Government-assisted refugees receive 1 year of financial support, roughly equivalent to provincial social assistance, for 12 months from the date of arrival. Individuals who come to Vancouver through the government-assisted refugee program are met at Vancouver International Airport by the CAN program run by Success, and then they are put in a taxi and sent to the Immigrant Service Society of British Columbia's Welcome Centre. They're greeted upon arrival and provided basic orientation around just safety in Canada, in the building that we have with temporary accommodations. The goal is for individuals to be in temporary accommodations for a maximum of 3 weeks. During that time, they meet with a number of ISSA BC staff as well as community partners, so Van City, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, as well as the Welcome Centre Medical Clinic.
Mosaic is one of the focal points for privately sponsored refugees and private sponsors. And the sponsorship of refugees privately is done by a group of 5 Canadians or permanent residents of Canada who are getting together to raise enough funds to be able to support the refugee family for a period of 1 year. And the support is provided by the means of financial and emotional support and settlement support as well. So these are the main group that we work with. And then there are community groups who are forming sponsorship undertakings and submitting application to sponsor refugees. And the third part is the more organized groups, which is the sponsorship agreement holders. Private sponsors are expected when they set up a settlement plan before they even submit an application for sponsorship to say how they would connect the newcomers to settlement organizations. So that's how it starts. We have to understand that the private sponsorship groups are really committed. They have raised enough money to be able to financially support the families. And at the same time, they are really trying their best to support the families on their own. It's a relationship and a trust. If they trust a settlement organization and they have built relationship with them and they see the value of the support that they can get, then that's how they will bring them over.
When we look at blended visa office referred refugees, you can think of it as a tripartite partnership. So the UNHCR identifies an individual, private sponsors agree to provide 6 months of financial support and 12 months of social and emotional support. And then the federal government, through the Resettlement Assistance Program, provides 6 months of support. Individuals coming through blended visa office referred, again, are named by the UNHCR. So these are individuals who are often in urgent need of protection.
The privately sponsored refugees or government-assisted refugees, the moment that they arrive at the border, they become permanent residents of Canada, while the refugee claimants, those who are making refugee claims either at the port of entry or inland, in an inland office, they become refugee claimants and they might not be eligible for many of the services until a decision is made on their refugee claims.
They can come to Canada from different ways. They can walk across the border, they can show up on the border officers. Any place, any Canada border or inside of Canada, they can apply. These are the type of people that we serve. They are totally different than the government assisted refugees or private assisted refugees. They don't get anything when they come here. They are without any status, and children cannot go to school until they don't get any documents from Canada. Lawyers can help them to fill out the basis of claim and also figure out what kind of documents they need. We have, I can say, approximately 50% increase in the refugee claimants since last year. Even today, we are getting new people. We receive some phone calls. They don't know that they are involved in a lengthy process and also sometimes difficult.
I know how difficult it is to leave everything behind and to head toward the unknown when you don't know what to expect. For me, it took me 7 days to walk through a mountain area to get to the Turkish border when I fled Iraqi Kurdistan. Working with refugees is really rewarding, and for me it's personal at the same time.
My experience coming here helped me a lot when it comes to understanding what refugees go through. I feel fulfilled when I get thank you cards and people thanking me for the work that I've done, and I was so tempted to tell them that it's going to be okay. You know, you're going to be okay. Look at me.